I'm trying to build myself back up again, but this time in private. You know, a lot of times we announce things and we say, hey, I'm doing this or I'm doing that. And a lot of times we just need to do it because a lot of people don't understand how serious we are. But when we tell everybody our plans, something happens in our psyche where we get instant validation or we're looking for instant appreciation or validation for our idea, but we haven't even executed the idea. This is a very dangerous game that we play. A lot of times it's best to go ghost and upgrade your life in silence. And the reason why is because when you go ghost, it's not about anybody else. It's not about what anybody else thinks. It's not about what anybody else says. It's a deeper sense of purpose. For you to still do something with the lack of validation from other people means that that's actually what you're supposed to be doing. And a lot of times it's hard to know what we're supposed to be doing because God gives us an amazing mind and we'll come up with some amazing ideas that, at least for me, I can't even take credit for. I got to give credit to the Most High. Amazing ideas, and we can't always execute on all of them. But just because these stream of ideas come through your consciousness, that doesn't mean that you got to tell everybody your ideas. You still need to figure out what you want to do, and you got to figure out how you want to execute those ideas. You don't want anybody else to take those ideas. It's not because you don't trust them. It's just because you don't know what they're going to do with it. You don't know if they are actually real to you. You know what I'm saying? And so you're just making sure that you protect the ideas, you protect those dreams, and you don't want to share your dreams with everybody because what if they don't give you the validation? What if they tell you not to do it? What if they don't believe in you? Does that now change the effort in which you put into the goals that you had? I believe so, right? Especially in my younger years. I mean, I'm 23, so y'all might say, well, that's very young. But I've always had ambitions and dreams like anybody else. So in my younger years, yes, before I learned what I learned, I would tell people my goals and dreams, and I'm expecting the greatest reaction. Sometimes I wouldn't get that reaction. What does that mean now? Where does my dream stand? Sometimes we let people shoot down our dreams when that was your destiny, and all you had to do was execute. All you had to do was execute. But you get your validation from other people. So that means that it's hard for you to execute. And it's hard for you to recognize the ways in which you're blessed. And it's hard for you to understand that you should be doing the things that you're doing to take your life to the next level. Because you're waiting on somebody else to say so, even though God already gave you the green light. Even though you already gave yourself the green light, now you're trying to trick yourself out of the good position that you're in. And I'm sorry, having a great idea is an amazing position to be in, contrary to popular belief. People think that being in a great position is when you already have an abundance of wealth. The truth is, a great position to be in is when you have a $1 billion idea, a $1 million idea, because those things are priceless. You can't even put a price tag on it. You're only putting a price tag on it based on what people can afford. But the truth is that could be a life-changing idea that can help so many people. Whatever it is, bro, we have to build our lives back in silence when it comes to our ideas, our goals, our dreams, who we are, who we want to be. Another example is working out. A lot of people work out, go to the gym, and they have to announce that they locking in. Maybe it's because it's going to help them stay accountable. Like if I told Instagram that I'm at the gym every day, then it definitely keeps me accountable. But I want you guys to think a little bit higher than that. If you can show up at the gym for you, there's a deeper rooted accountability because finally you're on the same page with yourself. And we know this. There's a little voice and a big voice. The little voice is going to try to keep you comfortable. The big voice is going to try to put you in uncomfortable situations. But the big voice knows that it'll help you grow and eventually become the top tier person that you're supposed to become, the purpose-driven person that you're supposed to become. So what you have to understand is that once you let the game come to you, right? Once you let the fitness come to you and you finally start to have it within yourself to go to the gym on a consistent basis, and you don't have to go to people and tell that idea to people or tell that plan to people or tell that vision to people. Now your vision becomes stronger. Now you become an even stronger individual. And now you're going to actually hold yourself accountable because it's something that you want to do. It's not rooted in other people. It's not rooted in what other people want for you. It's finally rooted in what you want for yourself, because you didn't force the issue, because you didn't put it in everybody's face that this is what you're doing. It's because you didn't tell every single body, this is what I'm about to do on social media, or this is what I'm about to do on in my real life. This is what I'm about to do. I'm about to start doing this or that. You just got to it. And so now you're able to see the results for yourself. And I hope that you understand one of the biggest things that we're trying to speak about today is doing it for self. You know what I'm saying? And not doing it for the world, not doing it for other people. And one thing that we love to do is we love to have other people involved into the success that we're building, because we're human beings and we're here to connect, and we're here to have community. And community definitely is something that I wish I spoke more on, because that's so important, to find the right community. But to be honest with you, a lot of people are in isolation. And the truth is, you have to use that isolation to propel you, because isolation, contrary to personal belief or whatever people believe, isolation, popular belief, right? Contrary to popular belief, my personal belief is isolation is not always a choice. A lot of times isolation is a season that you can't get out of. Doesn't matter how much times you try to connect with people, it might not work. Doesn't matter how much times you try to go to certain functions in your area, you might not connect with nobody. So what I'm trying to say is, when you put yourself in a season of isolation, or when God, that's the truth, puts you in a season of isolation, a lot of times you don't know when that season is going to be up, but you can do something with that season. That's what I believe. And so what you should be doing in this season of your life is truly upgrading your life. Truly upgrading your life, because you might already be isolated, or you might already feel isolated, and you could be using that to your advantage. You know, you could be using this time to really rebuild your life, to make it what you want it to be. Many people don't do that. Many people don't take opportunities. This is a golden opportunity for you to be the best version of yourself. And I'm going to give you another opportunity, especially if you are a man and you have been dealing with lust. I need you to join the Chosen Ones. How long have you been part of the Chosen Ones?
I was one of the first people that, like, immediately you just posted about it, I subscribed.
Wow.
Yes, one of the first things.
Look at that. Check out the Chosen Ones, first link below. So what I need you to understand is that there's opportunities in life for you to actually grow, develop, and be the best version of yourself. And sometimes when we invite everybody into this fight that we're doing, when we invite everybody into our life, when we invite everybody into our story, they do become part of the story. And if you invite the wrong people, it could really stop or hurt the things that you're working on. It can stop the things that you're trying to focus on. It can stop you from being your highest, most intelligent self, your best self. Because it's not intelligent to listen to the opinions of others and change the direction of your own life. That's not intelligent. But I know you're intelligent. It's something that we all face, and it's something that we all have to learn. It's something that we all have to grow through. It's something that we all have to grow through. Sometimes you have to set those boundaries so you can finally have the freedom that you want in your life. Somebody's asking you what you're working on. You might keep certain things to yourself, because that's going to allow you the freedom to fail privately and then succeed publicly. You understand? It's okay to fail privately and succeed publicly. It's okay to fail publicly too, but man, that takes a lot of strength. And I'm not asking y'all to do that. I'm just asking you to finally do something for yourself. It's okay to fail privately and succeed publicly. That's perfectly okay. And if you need help setting boundaries, I speak about it in my book. You can get it on Amazon. It's called The Purposeful Man Playbook. I wrote a book speaking exactly about boundaries, and I know it'll definitely help you out. Boundary setting is important, because if we don't set the proper boundaries, then anybody's going to have access to our life, and we're not going to be the ones in control. Other people are going to be in control of the things that we do. That's not fair. That's not right. It's your life. You need to have a say in the things that you want to do. You need to have a say in the particular person that you want to be. So rebuilding your life in silence, man, rebuilding your life privately, is significantly better, because it allows you to fail privately as well, and then try again and try again and try again. And it allows you to operate from a place that's deeper within you. Now, there are certain things that you don't have to do privately, especially if you're battling addiction. We spoke about it earlier, addiction to lust. You need help. You might need a team. You understand? You might need to be around people that's also going through that. I'm not telling you to purposely isolate yourself. I'm just letting you know to use the tool of isolation to work on your deepest dreams, to put the groundwork in on yourself, to work on bettering yourself, to read the books that you need to read or watch the videos that you need to watch. Nobody else could read a book for you. Like certain things in life, you're going to learn to have to do by yourself, for the betterment of yourself. And that's what's going to make you a better person. That's what's going to make you a better individual. That's what's going to make you stronger. That's what's going to make you healthier. That's what's going to make the money longer. That's what's going to make the success happen. That's what's going to make you truly the best version of yourself. That's what's going to help you build a stronger relationship with God, because it's you and God. It's something that y'all are working on together. You're not inviting the opinions of everybody else. Everybody else don't need to know what's going on in your life. And sometimes I just don't think that we understand the privilege that we have to truly just lock in. And we don't really need nobody else to tell us to lock in. Not even me. That's something that you have to do. I could only guide you. I could only guide you and say, hey, it's best if you lock in before you get locked out. But it's up to you to look in the mirror and say, yeah, I'm locked in. You the only one that can do that for yourself. That's what I mean, right? You the only one that could remind yourself every single day, hey, you got to lock in. Hey, you got to lock in. So be very careful who you tell certain things to. Be very careful, the things that you expose to people. Be very careful about those things. Be very vigilant. Be careful who you tell what to. Be careful about all of that. All right, be careful. This time, elevate in silence, man. It's much more peaceful that way. It's much more peaceful that way. You got to be your biggest supporter. You got to be your biggest fan. You got to be your biggest supporter, bro. It has to be you. Nobody else could support you the way that you support yourself. That's all I'm saying. Nobody else can tell you to lock in the way that you can tell yourself to lock in. Nobody else. You are either your biggest friend or you're your biggest enemy. You have to decide the type of person that you want to be. But it's up to you. I love you. I appreciate you, man. Peace.